And good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Magic Park. We're going to do a bit of a special interview tonight in the lead up to Old Boys Day. We're lucky enough to grab aside a club legend, in my eyes, and I guess with so many supporters at the club. Johnny Bennis, thanks for your time quickly.
No worries, mate. Yeah, good to be here.
We just want to get a background on you. What was your first memories of playing at Magic and what brought you to play at Broadmeadow Magic?
Look, first memories. I think I was a 17-year-old and Richard Hartley was coaching at the time. And I remember having my 18th birthday here at the club. And my first game we played at Maitland away, and it could have been for a semi-final spot, I think. So that was my first run with the big boys, so to speak.
And then I guess from there, as I say, rest is history. Played an illustrious career here, close to 230 games if I've got it right. Don't quote me on that, everyone, but I'm guessing we're around that 200-odd game figure. A lot of games here, a lot of memories, a lot of triumphs. You'll hear probably, I guess, some lows with injuries, as every player has. Quickly touch on a couple of your greatest accolades, as in on the playing side.
Yeah, well, I suppose, grand finals, premierships, they're all great memories. Probably the one that sticks is my final game here, actually. It was against Olympic in a grand final, 2012, and we won that game. And I remember standing behind Shane Paul when he finished that. I think it's a photo in the clubhouse, actually, with that image. And they were one of the best scenes I've seen. The crowd erupt, and it was just an amazing feeling to win that grand final on my last game. So pretty special.
Well, tops it off, I guess, the great career that you had here. Going on from that, you took a bit of a hiatus, I guess, playing at Magic. From then, a knee injury, I guess, I think it was. You went out a couple of years playing in the lower divisions with your brother at Katara Tigers. Yeah. How was that, I guess, going from the first division, so to speak, back to third division, playing with family?
Yeah, tough. Look, I always wanted to play with my brother as well, so I actually needed an ACL done during that year, so I limped my way through there, but I really wanted to play with my brother to finish off, and that was special to me as well. So he's 10 years younger than me, by the way.
I guess then after that, you had a break. What made you decide to get involved back in Magic in the coaching side?
Yeah, look, I had a couple of years there, and Ruben came in actually as the first grade coach, and he gave me a phone call, and we're looking for someone to come in and do reserve grade. And I thought, you know what? Maybe I'm always interested in the game, always a thinker in that aspect. So I thought, yeah, let's give it a shot. So that was it. That was my first year coming in and doing the 20s at the time with young, I think, Dowsey, Jezza, Stewie, those types of players were starting to come through there from 18s. Yeah. And
then I guess from there, progressed through for reserve grade. You got the first grade gig, so to speak, with Damien Zane. After he left the club to go to bigger and better things, obviously we don't want to hold coaches back when they go to bigger and better things, so to speak, from Magic. How did you feel then, so to speak, thrown into the deep end with such a short time to prepare first grade to play in that season when you were the head coach? Yeah,
that was an interesting year. And look, football's a funny thing, so you never know the timing of what's going to happen. But yeah, suddenly Damien got the offer to go in with the Jets, and I was the assistant at the time and thought I was a shift worker, which made it very difficult for me, but I thought, let's give it a crack. And we had to sort of pick up the pieces. Some players left, and obviously we had a couple of injuries that year. But it's full credit to the players that we had that year and the boys that came in. The younger ones especially did extremely well, and I had a really good year, that one. I think we won our first trophy, which was the State Cup. I'm not sure, 2018 was probably the last trophy with Ruben. So, no, it was pretty special to win something for the club, especially as a player going through into the coaching role. And they're all special memories and great for moments like Old Boys Days to discuss and talk about and have a couple of beverages.
I guess as well, there was one accolade there that year that you got, I guess, from your peers being the other coaches in the competition. You were named Coach of the Year in the competition. I guess that's probably the icing on the cake for the year being thrown in from your peers in the coaching circles in Newcastle. It's probably a high accolade for you to keep.
Yeah, look, amazing. Really humbled to be recognised in that way, and look, it's a tough journey for every coach, and it's a very hard job to do. And full credit to all the coaches that take on first team. So, no, really, really nice way to top it off. And being a shift worker was never going to be something that I could do long term. So, and full credit to the boys. They've gone on and done some special things in the recent years. So, no, it's really good. It's a pleasure to watch sometimes. Yeah.
Quickly now on the coaching side again, you've taken a bit of a back step, so to speak, going back to the youth at the club, coaching your young boy who's standing here behind watching the interview go ahead. Your daughter's playing in the under-15s in the girls' space. How do you feel as a parent having your kids playing here but also coaching your boy and assisting in the girls' space when it's needed?
Yeah, look, it's great to just add back to football in general, and especially when it's been at a club that you've had a great career and been part of the coaching framework for a little bit. So it is special to see them come through and wear the shirt and enjoy their moments and their footballing. So, no, it's a pleasure being around young footballers and watching them develop and trying to educate them and help them on their way.
Now, touching on Old Boys Day, quickly name a couple of the old boys, so to speak, that you've got fond memories playing with. Who was, I guess, a larrikin or a funny one in the dressing rooms? Who was gifted, so to speak, who had a bit of a special nous on the park who you thought you'd hate to play against, but it was one you wanted in your team?
Yeah. Numerous larrikins, to be fair. We had a lot. So, likes of Artie and Carts and I could rattle off a few, but probably the player that I really enjoyed playing with and I thought would be very difficult to play would be Pete Ritchie, super player. I can remember sitting there in the sheds and him saying Pete would used to count his fingers 1, 2, and then maybe 3, 4. And I go, Pete, what are you doing? And he goes, just counting the times I gave the ball away. That's how many sort of times you get away. You'd be disappointed if you lost it more than 4 times. So he was a special player and would have been super hard to play against. There's a couple of things to look at anyway.
I guess now on the Old Boys Day, you'd be happy to see and all your old teammates, supporters from the club, everyone can't get along to it. There'll be plenty of boys, plenty of stories to be told, I guess. Thanks for your time again, JB. We appreciate it. You're a club legend. We want to see you around the club for many, many more years to come. Thanks for your time.
Appreciate it, Steve.
Thank you.